All right, let's talk about that weird feeling. You know the one, deja vu. That sense that you've been somewhere before even when it's your very first time. But what if I told you it's not a glitch in your memory? What if it's actually a secret, very deliberate marketing strategy? Seriously, think about it. You walk into a hotel you've never been to, or some new coffee shop, and bam, this wave of familiarity just hits you. You feel comfortable, you feel safe, almost like you've come home. It happens to all of us, but the reason why it happens, well, that's where things get really interesting. So, that mysterious feeling is what we're going to unpack today. It's this incredibly powerful sensation, and as you're about to see, some of the smartest brands in the world have figured out exactly how to create it on command. Right, so first things first, you're not going crazy. It's not a glitch in the matrix. That uncanny feeling of knowing a new place is more often than not completely by design. It's an experience that's been carefully built piece by piece to make you feel a certain way without you ever consciously knowing it. And this brings us to the big idea, brand deja vu. That's what we're calling this manufactured feeling of familiarity. And the goal here isn't just to make you feel cozy. It's to create a kind of subconscious shortcut in your brain, one that connects a physical place to a positive emotion, creating a bond before you've even thought about opening your wallet. And this is the most important part to get. This feeling is not a coincidence. It's not a happy accident. It's a highly sophisticated strategy that takes marketing off your phone screen and builds it into the very air you breathe. And yeah, this strategy has a name. It's called spatial marketing. It's this whole world, really, the art and science of designing spaces to influence how you feel and what you do, all on a subconscious level. It's about shaping your entire experience of a place. So what's the goal of spatial marketing? Well, it's all about bypassing your logical thinking brain. It uses your senses, what you see, hear, and smell, as a direct pipeline to your subconscious. The idea is to plant these positive but technically false memories. And the end game? It's to make you feel like you and a brand go way back, right from the very first moment you walk in the door. Okay, so how in the world do they do it? How do brands build these memories that you've never actually had? Well, it all comes down to controlling your sensory experience with incredible precision. Let's start with a big one, the most powerful and primal sense we have: smell. Your sense of smell has a direct hotline to the memory and emotion centers of your brain. So when a brand develops a unique signature scent, they're basically programming your mind. Take the Bellagio Hotel in Vegas. They make sure you smell that exact same distinct scent every time you're there, forging this unbreakable link between their brand and that feeling of familiar, high-end luxury. Next up, what you see. Think of it as a visual fingerprint. Our brains are wired to love consistency because consistency feels predictable and predictable feels safe. So when a brand uses the exact same colors and the same style of lighting in every single one of its locations, it's a little trick on your brain. You could be in a city you've never even seen before, but those familiar visual cues make you feel like, I know this place. And then, of course, there's what you hear. This one is subtle. The right kind of background music or maybe a unique little chime can put you into a state of relaxation and create an emotional connection. You might not even consciously notice the music is playing, but you'll walk out of there feeling like you just like the place, and you probably can't even explain why. But here's the thing, it's not just one of these things. It's the whole package. It's the way the products are arranged, it's the design of the furniture, it's even the tone of voice that employees are trained to use. All of these tiny, tiny details work together to create this one big, cohesive memory that just feels familiar. So why are our brains such suckers for this? I mean, why do we fall for it every time? The answer is actually rooted in our most basic survival instincts. It really just comes down to this one simple truth. From an evolutionary standpoint, new things can be dangerous. The unknown could be a threat. But familiar things signal safety. So by manufacturing a feeling of familiarity, these brands are tapping directly into our deepest, most ancient need for security. So you can actually map out the little journey your brain goes on. First, you're presented with a familiar sensory experience. In response, your brain goes, okay, I know this. This place is safe. That lowers the natural anxiety we all feel in a new spot. And when we feel safe, we start to trust. And that trust, well, that's the bedrock of loyalty. And you better believe this pays off for businesses. This isn't just some abstract feel-good idea. It has a real, measurable impact.
When we feel comfortable and safe, we stick around longer. That's what they call increased dwell time. We're way more likely to come back, which means higher repeat visits. And all of that builds up to the holy grail, stronger brand loyalty.
And that's really the ultimate goal here. It's all about creating the strongest, most lasting kind of customer loyalty you can possibly imagine. This is such a huge shift from the marketing we're all used to. Traditional marketing yells at you. It sells products, it talks about features and price, and it begs you to remember a slogan. But spatial marketing, it's totally different. It sells a feeling. It focuses on belonging, on familiarity. It doesn't ask you to remember anything. It makes you feel like you already know. I love this quote because it just nails the entire philosophy. The goal isn't to take up a little bit of space in your memory. The goal is to become part of your emotional world, to forge a connection that feels so natural it's like it's always been there. And when this is done really well, the fact that you're in a store just kind of fades into the background. The sale itself becomes secondary to the experience. It's no longer about selling you something. It's about making you feel like you're exactly where you're supposed to be. So, I'm going to leave you with a little challenge. The next time you walk into a new place and that weirdly familiar feeling hits you, just pause for a second, look around, listen, maybe even take a smell, and ask yourself, is this real deja vu, or is my brain being played like a finely tuned instrument? The answer might just change how you see the world.